Thank you. I'm Josh Maher, author of The Definition of Running. I did run a half marathon to get here to talk tonight, and I felt like that the whole way. About the same that I felt like when I was 3 running, and that was before my hippie parents reformed and they stuffed my feet into shoes, and then I fell victim to the fallacy that we all are a victim of, that running is painful. 17% of people who run on their heels are smiling when they're running, while 43% of people who run on their forefoot are smiling. Smiling while running is scientific proof that they're happy. The problem is the definition, or lack thereof. The definition is of running in the dictionary that moving fast with long strides and both feet momentarily off the ground. I don't think Merriam and Webster were runners. I don't think that they explained it very well. And the running industry, the $3 billion running industry, has inserted themselves into this problem of definition. And they just did it to sell you more shoes. Overpronation, underpronation, shock absorption, whatever they wanted to call it, they want you to buy shoes 4 to 6 times a year. So, like everyone else, 76% of runners started running. They just, no instruction, no coaching, no books, and they hit the pavement, got stuck at a store, a running shoe store, and a pimply-faced kid shoved their shoes or feet into shoes to fix their gait. But when you were young, what did you do when you wanted to run? You just took off your shoes and you ran. The human body has evolved, and that evolution on your toes, your knees, your hips, your rib cage, your shoulders, has really designed you to be a running machine. In fact, when we mimic the body, we emphasize the fact that people run. These guys, man's best friend, they also are built to run, and they happen to get it a little bit better than we do. So the first lesson that you need to take away is that you need to turn off your stopwatch, your heart rate monitor, and all those tools, and turn on your smile when you get out for a run. And when you do, you'll start the first step in learning how to run. Second step takes a little bit longer. So you take a little bit of a water break and spend some time, find a coach, get a book, chi running, pose running. There are lots of instructional material out there for you, but you need to learn how to run correctly like your kids do. They know that they take off their shoes and they use the Achilles tendon and they use the arch of their foot to do all of that shock absorption when they run. And we know that in modern architecture, arches are strong and they withstand earthquakes and they withstand big storms, but for some reason we've forgotten that these arches are also in our feet and they can also absorb the impact. So we need to take a step and rediscover, kind of like eating raw fish for the first time and you're discovering that you used to cook it and it actually tastes good raw. You need to rediscover the raw capabilities that are in your body. So the last thing you need to do, and these are my kids from our trip to the grocery store, is if the store is too far to walk to, run. You can carry the bags in your hands or in a backpack, whatever you want to do, or a meeting. Next time you have a big meeting, or maybe a small meeting, invite a colleague for a half an hour run. With the blood rushing to your head, it's going to be way more effective than an hour sitting behind a desk. Commuting. I commuted here. It's possible. I don't look too goofy, right? But you get out of the traffic and you avoid the problems of commuting. Sightseeing. This is my favorite. When you go to a city, get out and run. The soul of the city will reveal itself to you in 1 or 2 hours while you run around it, and you'll know more about the city than anyone else. So, smile, learn how to run with a good form, and incorporate running into your life. And look for my book, The Definition of Running. Thank you.